Hi, everyone. My name is Roland Kim with Keller Williams and the Kimbuna Group. I want to talk to you about a market update right now. Today is April 27th, and the market is picking up in Vancouver. One of the best indications is this slide that I've created. It tracks the last 5 full years of transactional volume month by month, and it's showing us quite a bit of information. So, as of April 25th, just 2 days ago, we had 2,332 firm transactions on the real estate board. When I average that out over the month of 30 days, I'm estimating that we'll be around 2,798 transactions this month going firm. That's about a 13% reduction in transactions versus last year, same month. However, the true story is in the direction of the marketplace. If I'm looking at January of firm deals, we had 1,000, just over 1,000, which was about a 55% reduction year over year. February was a 47% reduction, and March was a 42% reduction. So we've really picked up activity, and there's a lot more buyers and sales happening. We're estimating that within 2 months, our year over year sales will be busier this year than last year. And so what that means is the middle of this year and the balance of this real estate year in Vancouver is going to get really busy. What we get to see is that the sales province-wide are not at the highest, obviously, and not at the lowest. We're starting to trend a little bit higher. We have been below average, considering over the last 10-year average. And same with the active listings. There is definitely continues to be a shortage of listings available in the marketplace. We're trending for around 30,000 listings this year, well off our high in 2012 and again well off our low in 2021 or 2022 rather. And so what does that mean? It means that we are moving away from the balanced market that we've been in for the last couple months, and we are starting to move back into a seller's market. Not necessarily meaning that prices are moving up, but activity is increasing. And so this is showing you that this range is considered balanced. Below that is a buyer's market. Above that is a seller's market. And again, we are approaching a seller's market in the months ahead. The average provincial real estate price is now 961,451, well off the 1,888,000 was kind of the height in 2022, but it's already bounced off the bottom of 6 months ago when we were around 875. So continuing to show that the appetite of home sales is increasing and prices are, as a result, going up. Now, what does the average provincial price mean? Not very much. And so we have here a slide that is showing you the Greater Vancouver area, the Fraser Valley and Chilliwack, as well as the island. You get to see the number of sales. This is March of last month of this year. And so you get to see the volume of sales that is less versus last March, and the average price, which is less versus last month. However, remember that first slide that I showed you? And so there's a big activity increase since the end of March that's been happening in April. And so what we will see in the next couple months is we'll see that the year over year change is going to dramatically decrease. And in some of these categories, they're going to go into a positive by the fall. So there's more sales, and the average price is increasing once again in the Greater Vancouver area and most real estate boards around the province. Active listings, they continue to go down as a result of a lack of sellers coming to the market and more buyers buying. In Vancouver, we are now at 3.4 months of supply available, which is the number of listings that are available for sale versus the consumption rate is telling us there's about 3 months of inventory. Fraser Valley only has 2.4 months, and Victoria, again, 2.7, but that is, it's quite small actually, and continues to show why the market is so busy. We just had our Bank of Canada rate announcement. They held it for the second time in a row. The next interest rate announcement will be on June 7th, but all things are indicating at this point probably that the interest rates will continue to stay level. No further increases are expected at this time, but of course that can change. And in the past, the reason we had the highest degree of interest rate increases last year was inflation. We're really trying to drive down the inflation. And we're kind of doing that. We were at a high of just over 8% inflation. We're now just above 4%, quite a drop in just, 5 months. However, the government's target is to have inflation around 2%. And the next 2% reduction in inflation to get us from just above 4 to 2 is going to be a lot harder to do. And so because of that, that is one of the reasons why I don't think we're going to have any interest rate cuts this year unless the global economy really turns over, simply because I don't think the Bank of Canada wants to put any more activity into the real estate market. By lowering interest rates, I think they would further drive more buyers to the market than already happening, and have the opposite effect of what they're trying to do with the CPI, with the inflation rate. So if we look by the different boards throughout the province, and if we focus in on Greater Vancouver in March, year over year, again, the average price is down 5.1%. The volume of sales is down 42%, but since March, market has picked up. Unemployment rate continues to be at nearly all-time lows, both for Canada and BC. So many of you who are feeling the kind of a stagnant or a recession factors, it'll be a weird recession in the months ahead, or a stagnant economy rather. And that's because the employment rate is really low. People are heavily employed with still lots of options, and that is continuing to kind of stabilize the economy, but also really put a hamper on any large growth in the economy in the months ahead for the balance of 2023. Part of the reason why the Vancouver marketplace continues to, be so versatile and continue to go up in price and be so expensive is we have a big plan of migration into Canada, and the years ahead are even greater. In the past, we've had some of the most affluent immigrants move to Toronto and Vancouver due to their desire of that location. And so that's been a big factor of driving the real estate prices steadily forward and the activity levels steady. And yeah, so one thing that recently a client asked me is, what's the Canada's foreign buyer ban doing in our marketplace? For, as you might know, there's a ban on foreign buyers buying in Canada for the next 2 years, and they're estimating by this report that that has kind of brought 2,400 more units in BC onto the market that otherwise might have sold to a foreign buyer. However, with the increased immigration demands and projections ahead, that is dramatically offset by the number of people moving to the province. So in summary, sales are increasing, volume of sales are increasing, prices are starting to creep up. We're starting to see multiple offers in many different product classes. There's a lot of pressure on inventory and an increased buyer demand. We are trending into a seller's market. Interest rates seem to be level. Immigration is increasing, and the future real estate outlook for the Greater Vancouver area is that we're going to have a busy middle and end to the year. If you want more information, you can always reach me. You can find me online, Roland Kim, or kimbuna.com, and I wish you a great day. Thank you.